Hello, everybody. You are welcome. You are welcome to Blessing TV with Blessings Chilufya. Sit back, relax, and listen to what I have for you. Yeah, I know. And thank you so much for those of you who have been reaching out and asking about the book. It's an amazing book that is based on my life experience, and I have been able to, just to document, my life, my story, and that's why it is you admire the glory, then ask for the story. Yes, so God will hide you, or God can hide you. I don't know the English you can use there, but you have to know what I want to communicate to you is that God can hide you. You might ask, what am I trying to talk about when I say God can hide you? There are a lot of scenarios based also on my personal growth and all that. I have been able to see that and just perceive and be like, oh, I escaped this. This God was hiding me. I have been able to come to this level without maybe going through this and that and this and that. God preserved me. And there are a lot of things that I can point out here and there, like personally, which I would say, indeed, God can hide you. But per se, what I want to say mainly is I'll give different examples. For instance, examples, and the first one I would say, is it examples or scenarios? Like I would say, mostly I work with scenarios or examples or something like that, just to make us understand and be on the same page, because we are coming from different backgrounds, whereby, perceiving things can be in different approach. There are people who are visual learners. There are others who are, storytellers or something like that, and others, can just listen and just they capture it or something like that. So I am basically trying to communicate that God can hide you in a positive manner or way. And why I say this is there are times that, for instance, when God is working on you, there are stuffs that deliberately and not even there, unconsciously, I would say, you don't even realize that whatever that is going on or what you're going through, is happening at that particular time, not knowing that God is hiding you, not knowing that God is preserving your life, and actually working on you. So the first thing is, you might be at the phase or in the phase of life whereby you have not been brought or been at that limelight of maybe recognition of maybe your career, or maybe your school, maybe it could be your the field in which you are, for instance, or maybe even if you are a singer or something like that, you have not been recognized, you have not been put there, and see other people even seeing you as somebody who is influential and all that, and you have put in more efforts in what you are doing. And you're like, but why is it that I am not recognized? Why is it that I am not seen? Why is it that I have been working on this and this and this, but there's nobody who is even reaching out to help me, who is reaching out maybe to do this and that and that? My brother, my sister, and whoever is watching this video, I want you to know that God can hide you, and can hide you on purpose. It could be is working on you, or so that when you come on that limelight, you'll be fully baked. He has worked on you. He has worked on you. I mean, a diamond, for it to be called a diamond, it got through a process. When you pick that stone, nobody would even think that something beautiful, something amazing, glittering, something, a diamond will be treasured, something that will be wanted by most of the people, you get. But before the process of the finished product of like the diamond, see how it looks. And if every stone before being, refined to I don't know if that's a better way to use, to a diamond, you if it was exposed there just like, oh, this is how a diamond looks, I'm telling you, a lot of people could have picked diamonds everywhere, anywhere, but other people have ignored diamonds, because of the way it has been in the first, when you first pick it up, because it has no shape, it has no nothing. So who knows that in this phase of God can hide you, or God hiding you for a purpose. It could be He's working maybe on your weaknesses, He's sharpening your strength, your potentials. It could be that He's preparing you, that when you get out, you'll be fully baked, because you don't tell a baker that you are ready. No matter how much it is hot in that oven, you not tell the baker that wanapia sana inepana nomba nimfika nimpia. You're not. So time will come for the baker to take you out of the oven. Same with life. Jesus Christ is the one who created us. He knows what is best for us. He knows what you and me needs and want. So there are certain stuffs that, He will prevent you and me, for instance, from having, not because He doesn't want to, but because He wants to see what is your motive if I give you this. What if the motive of my daughter, of my son, if I give him this? So He'll first begin to work on your character. He'll work on your attitude. He'll work on your motive. Why should I give my son, my girl, maybe these thousands of dollars, or kwacha, or shillings, or depending on your currency? Why should give me a reason why I should give you this? So there are times that God is going to hide you from certain stuff, not until you learn first to say, okay, so this is how I'm going to do it. And before you know it, certain principles, when you get hold of them, that's when you're going to have a breakthrough. That's when God is going to bring you out there, so that even other people can see you and even release the helpers. But if you have, for instance, the wrong motive, is going to continue working on you, searching your heart, because remember, you cannot bribe God, and you cannot hide anything from Him. He knows the in and out of us, because He's the one who created us. So I'm talking to that sister, I'm talking to that brother, I'm talking to that auntie, to that uncle, to that mom, to that dad. Like, I've been in doing this, like, there's no recognition, there's no what. It could be that, for instance, you're looking for promotion. You really need that promotion, that rank. But who knows that once you take up that rank, or you succeed in that having that rank, that you only taste the goodness of it in a month and you die. Oh, and you better get this one. And maybe something bad happens to you, but God forbid. So endure the process. Endure what in not really even enduring. Enjoy the process. You have to enjoy that process. It's painful, yes. You might be like, yeah, there's so many, but like, it's really painful, yes. There are situations that you want to get out of them so quickly, not knowing that even in that pain, God is preserving you. God is preserving, God is hiding you. Even that disappointment, God is hiding you. You have had that disappointment. Yes, that's where you had put in your everything, your liver, your kidneys, your heart, your gallbladder, everything. In my language, I would say, waravi kamuba puapua nendusha. Oh my goodness. Like you put in everything, your nails, your toes, your whatever, into that thing. And before you know it, it breaks, it falls apart. It's painful, yes. And you're like, God, why? You ask so many questions that you not even have answers at that particular time. But I'm here to remind you that God can hide you for a purpose. It could be that disappointment you went through, it was for a purpose, that he was hiding you and preventing you from more damage than you encountered. It could be even, I know, which example should I give? It could be a divorce, okay? That you divorced with that man, that woman, okay? It is not that God wanted you, or that to embarrass you, the society, to say this happened. Of course, God doesn't like divorce. Like, the divorce is bad, yes, but it doesn't mean that he hates the people who have divorced. No, there are times that God is going to hide you through that divorce. He's going to rescue you. He's going to separate. He's going to what word do I even say? Is going to hide your heart. Is going to prevent you from death, maybe. He's going to hide you. And by hiding you, is the best way is just you let go, you go part ways. Other people, it could be youths, for instance. You are working on something, you are like, why is it that this one, once she sang only one song, it went viral. Me, I've done a couple of recordings, but nobody has recognized me. Keep on doing that work diligently, and God is going to reward you, and God is going to expose you in a good manner to the society. And exposing, I'm not just saying it's exposing bad, negative, He's going to bring you to the limelight, to the spotlight. What you have to do is continue working on continue working on your weaknesses, sharpening your skills and all that. Know that God can hide you so that He can work on you, and you also can work on you. Because there's a role you have to play, and there's a role God has to play. So I am reminding us that youth, especially because youth, there's so much pressure going on, and you're like, my friend this, my friend that, oh, he's driving this, he's doing that. Some of you're still, for instance, renting. You don't have your own house to go, okay, this is our own. This is, and you're like, why? Because I've been working this and that. There's a purpose, maybe. Some of you are not driving now. There is a purpose, maybe, that you have been hidden or not been in that position for a purpose. Who knows? God is rescuing you from death or from danger. So I know there's some frustration that comes here and there, whereby you put in effort, you're doing this and that, and then you don't seem like you're like, God, why am I not there yet? Some, it could be just out of negligence, you're just lazy, you're just slow, or maybe this and that. But others, it could be they're even hard working, but they're like, there's nothing that is making sense. Every time I'm the backbencher, there's nobody seeing me. So I want you to take heart. I want you to be calm. I want you to focus on what you're doing. I want you to focus on that skill. I want you to focus on that talent, that idea, implement it and work on it, engage people. And by doing that, attend seminars. God is training you underground. Actually, in the phase of there's this content, actually not the phase, but the content, one of the content in my book. Like I said, the title of my book is You Admire the Glory, Then Ask for the Story. Then ask for the story. There's a lot interesting contents in there. And with time, we're going to have the other part 2 of my, the story doesn't end. So who knows, we might have another, part 2 of my story. Yeah, so there's the part, I won't say much because then I'm selling the book. Yeah, anyway, I'm just saying where I have talked about, God preparing us, God working undercover. So I won't say much. If you want to, to hear more or to know more about my book, you can purchase. Oh, way. Yes. So, yeah, that's the thing. So, God works in mysterious ways, and usually he works undercover and usually in silence. Sometimes you might even not know that God is working. So I'm just reminding you and me that you have to know that God is at work, even in you need to trust your process. Don't rush your process. Sometimes the process is not easy. It's not gonna be easy at all, but trust him. He has hidden you for a purpose. He has hidden you for a purpose. It could be maybe you are married, you're looking, you really need a child, and you have not conceived yet. And I know there are times that sometimes it's the plan of the devil. The enemy doesn't just want you, has grabbed that joy from you, that experience from you, and you're like, no. But there are times that God is preserving you from something. It could be maybe you have a condition that maybe when you conceive, it's gonna worsen your life, your everything, like. And all that. And also sometimes it's just could be that God wants you to recognize him, to know that he's the giver of children, and not just that, oh, because I have ovaries, because I ovulate, because I can have anytime or whatever, and because he wants you maybe to recognize him. He's working on you, or maybe on your temper. It could be on your attitude. How are you going to take care of God's child? Because he's just giving you, you're going to give birth, but that's not really your child. If you get the point. Maybe he's training you on how you're going to take care of the child. Okay, so there are a couple of examples that I can give, but I just pray that these few things help you, and help you. So thank you so much for joining in, and just let somebody know to say God is hiding them for their for a purpose, and that purpose is for the good, as the Bible says in Jeremiah 29:11, that God's plans are good and not for evil. So he has greater plans for us. So when you see certain things not going sometimes the way you want them to be, you just be like, God, I don't understand why I'm a backbencher. I have this skill, I have this talent, I can do this. Oh my God, you try to bargain and talk to God, and it's like, oh, my son, my child, I'm still working on you. So don't argue with God. Just let him work on you, and let him hide you for a little bit, and not until it is time to expose you. So thank you so much for watching, and see you until next time. Just know that God can hide you for a purpose. Thank you.